Not everyone has a Cinderella story. Mario Morris got dealt a bad hand and bet on himself, but I think it's safe to say he proved a lot of people wrong. If you ever been doubted or underrated, listen to his story and follow his career. We may be looking at a future pro.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's that time again. College football 26, we gon' grind again. Will this be a flop story or will we shine again? I ain't trying to waste your time. Like Michael Phelps, we gon' dive straight in. Every football player dreams of making it to that college level. The big stadiums, the sold out crowds, the NIL money, the fame, and the chance to go pro. Everything that come with it. In this story, we gonna start it off right. We gonna take it all the way back to high school. If you don't know the name, it's Mario Morris. I'm one of the best quarterbacks in the state of Missouri. And you could best believe I'm a 5-star at the moment. And coming into my senior season, I'm just looking to dominate. How I play, you may ask? Hey, listen, a straight dual threat quarterback. I can make things happen with my legs on the field, but you can't sleep on my arm talent. And this year, man, I just want to keep on improving. My ultimate goal is to be a pro, but I do want to go to my dream school as well. Now, coming into my senior season, my top 3 schools was Ohio State, Notre Dame, and LSU. Ohio State had been one of my favorite schools for a long time. And it's crazy to say, I was almost within reach of it. But you know what they say, man, you can't just talk about it, you gotta be about it. So I gotta go out on the field and prove it. Earn that offer. And before you know it, it was time for the first game of the season. I still remember that first run out, man. I was hyped. I had so much adrenaline going, I was just ready to get the first snap out the way. And then after that, it was straight down to business. But I will keep it a buck, man. The game started off pretty rough. But like I said, once the first few snaps got out the way, I was back locked in. Our schedule this season was filled with a whole lot of competition. And I started off the season right by breaking off for a huge scramble. I already knew what time it was going against these different defenses. They don't care if I'm a 5-star or not. They trying to come out here and expose me. And if you know me as a person, as a player, as a competitor, I can't let that happen, man. Pretty soon, I had 6 on the board, just like that. Picking right up where we left off junior season. I will say, after losing some players after last season, we don't have the best wide receiver room. So the offense ain't as crazy as it was last year. But I guess when you a 5-star recruit, no excuses. I gotta be able to make things happen either way. And that's exactly what I'm looking to do. 7 to 10, man, like I just told y'all, the offense can look a little suspect at times, but I'm just doing my part to put people in the best position to win. Moving down the field, we just looking to put more points on the board, that's all. Early on, I was really showcasing that I am who I say I am. Getting a passing touchdown and then getting a rushing TD right after. I mean, I ain't lying to y'all when I say it's dual threat life over here. Trying to move the ball down the field, man, 17 to 20. We just got to lock in. I told y'all we playing a bunch of competition. I don't think no game's going to be a blowout. And with nobody open, I do what I can. Y'all see I just made Buddy slip and stumble. Y'all might want to tell the coaching staff to get him a new pair of cleats. But man, 1st and 10, I was going for a big shot. And you best believe I completed that big shot. Come on now. A lot of people gonna try to tell y'all I'm just a scrambler. But trust me, man, I really got some arm talent. I've been working on it every single offseason of my career up until this point. And in college, it's gonna be the same thing. We just gonna keep sharpening our tools and getting better though. Eventually they gonna respect. We still moving down the field though. We down in this game and we running out of time. We need the offense to step up. And my running back did just that, picking up the first down. But we still got to punch it in for 6. I'm dropping back, I'm rolling out, looking to see what I got. And of course, I'm scrambling again, making another defender look silly. but that's just my resume. And once again, your boy is in the end zone, and that is my 4th touchdown of this game, and we gonna go on to get the dub. UAB, they just happened to be my first offer of the year. My first offer, period. UConn also hit me up, and I'm open to hearing from everybody. I'm not just locked in on those 3 schools, but if I had to pick somewhere to go, it would definitely be one of those 3. UNLV, Tulsa, the Aggies, UTEP. I was hearing from a lot of people, but we still had to go out every game and perform, and this is where things kind of took a turn for the worse. This was easily my worst game of the season. And it's crazy because I started off the game with an electric play, but man, it was bad. I just couldn't get nothing going. The offense was stagnant. And man, let's just say this ain't my proudest moment in my career. But little did I know, after this, a lot of stuff was about to change. And mind you, we still had a long way to go, but this is not what I needed at all. After the game, I heard from Ohio State, and I was able to talk to the coach. And they was losing interest in your boy after I had built so much up. It was then shortly after that game where I would lose my 5-star ranking and drop to a 4-star, fighting to get that 5 back. And honestly, I kind of felt disrespected. I ain't know how my ranking could drop that fast, and a lot of people agreed with me, but you know how the game go. The best thing I could do was just go out there and try to perform, but for some reason, I was still struggling. And this was the first time in my career I had struggled like this. And I'm not talking about just me. The team wasn't clicking at all. As you could see, my running back just dropped that pass. But I had to make do with what was going on. If it's one thing my coach would always preach to me, it's stay level-headed and control what you can control. So that was my mentality for the rest of the season. I wasn't worried about getting the 5-star back. I was just worried about going to the school that was best for me. But in this game right here, it was very low scoring. But I was able to make a lot of plays and hit one of my signature moves to put a defender on the ground once again. You can't get it twisted, man. I'm really with the shifts. But even though we had a 1-score lead toward the end of the game, I just struggled to extend that lead. I had 2 opportunities to punch it in the end zone, and I just could not get it to go. But we got to keep moving on and keep working. And them offers were still rolling in. Now, a lot of people were speculating that I would stay home and go to the University of Mizzou. And even though they sent me the offer, I still wanted to explore my options. After hearing from SMU, another school that was on my list, they lost interest. So I eventually had to switch up my top 10, drop them from the list, and I would then make Notre Dame my top school. I would also end up hearing from Louisville. The head coach decided to send some scouts out to my next game, so my mentality was just to win and perform. Started off doing what I usually do, extending plays, getting a huge completion to move us down the field, starting off the game right, but we had to stay hot. In the red zone, scrambling out the pocket, throwing on a run, and the receiver came down with the catch once again. And then it was all up to me. A QB run straight up the middle in the red zone. You know I'm putting 6 on the board. Can't get too cocky though. We got to keep moving. Because just like we had the lead, we lost it pretty fast. But on this drive, coach wanted to get heavy in that RPO game. But that's exactly what I did. Reading the defense the whole time and occasionally switching it up, handing it off to the running back, just getting yards any way we could. And when the offense is moving like this, we actually a pretty elite team. But it ain't always like this though. But the RPO was working significantly as we put another touchdown up on the board. And we got the lead back. Still work to do though. This game was back and forth, tit for tat. And I'm scrambling out the pocket, reaching out, getting that first down. Now the last 2 games have been a little sketchy, but I can definitely say this game, I was putting in work. I kind of was putting in work last game a little bit, but this game I really felt like I was dominating and doing whatever I wanted. even though it was close. Bada bing, bada boom, I'm back in that end zone, man. Scrambling, getting a touchdown. It's my bread and butter. I mean, why would I not go to it? I could use the arm when I need to, but you know the electricity come from the cleats. And like a nose when it's cold in the wintertime, I just kept on running for the rest of the game. Running. And eventually, I would get the opportunity to put 6 more points on the board with another rushing touchdown. And we would walk away with another win. And then I got an offer from Arizona State, another school that was on my list. Colorado, another school that was on my list as well. And man, they was coming in. Even got an offer from Florida, a school that wasn't one of my top priorities. But hey, I also ended up finally getting that offer from Louisville after they scouts was in attendance. But what's crazy is shortly after getting that offer, I spoke to the head coach, and he just expressed that I was a good player, but I wasn't really exactly what they were looking for. I didn't showcase exactly what they wanted to see. Then I heard from the Ohio State head coach, and he basically said the same thing. And that's wild, man. It was looking like my chances of playing at Ohio State straight out of high school had shifted dramatically. But at the moment, my top 3 was LSU, Notre Dame, and I had to pick a third school. I had to come up with my top 3 for the final game of the season. And after weighing out my options, I decided to drop LSU. I didn't want to be a walk-on. I wanted a chance to play immediately. And then it was time, man. The end of the year, senior night. And as I was walking out, flowers in hand, getting embraced by the crowd, my fans, my family, it was time to show out for my high school one more time. And it happened to be against a rival school. So you know what that mean, man. Friday night lights against a rival. Man, the energy is definitely on that field. Best believe. Started off kind of slow, but listen, I was running a hurry up offense. I was just trying to move us down the field and score as quick as possible, because I knew it was a chance that this could be a shootout. And after scrambling out the pocket, I seen daylight in the field. I don't care if it's a little crease or a big crease. I'm taking it. I feel like I got the speed to get there, but I also got the arm talent. I gotta remind you again, because y'all might just think I'm a runner. If I get put in a position where I can't use my legs and I gotta use my arm to win the game, I'm fully comfortable doing that. But until I'm in that position and they stop me from using my legs, we gonna keep abusing it. And we was moving down that field with ease, man. In the red zone once again, you know they calling the QB run, and I'm punching it in for 6 more. I don't know what them boys thought, but that boo-hoo crying for senior night is over with. I'm trying to put belt to it. Had them fans looking stunned in the crowd. But we had to come back down and put some more points on the board, because them boys was up by 3. And whoever watching this vid, I need you to do me a favor. Pull out your iPhone, go to the Find My iPhone app, and see if y'all can find my teammates. Because on this drive, they was doing a whole lot of nothing, and there was a whole lot of me carrying. And I don't even mean to do my teammates like that, but come on, bro. Y'all got to lock in for this win. It's the last game of the season, my final high school game, and I'm just trying to go out with a bang. This could affect my entire college experience, so we got to go out strong. 20-17, ended up completing a huge play down the field. Hey, man, like a jeweler, we was moving them chains. 8 minutes left to go in the game. I can't lie, bro. All the scrambling and everything be looking cool, but I'd be lying if I said I wasn't dog tired. But sometimes I just gotta fight through it. Now the D end ended up hawking me on that one, I can't lie. But best believe on that next play, I was up out of there. Moving down the field got us down to the 20, put us in position to score once again. And some of y'all might think y'all got deja vu, because I just basically did the exact same thing to get us down to the 5. And then at that point, you already knew what was coming, man. The QB run, and we was gonna score again and take that lead right back. I was flexing a little bit, I can't lie, bro. I can't lie, I had to let them know. But once again, they came down and took the lead right back. So now, we in clutch time. 37 seconds left to go. We need to score to win this game. We need to go out with a bang. I'm trying to go insane. You see how I'm moving around in this pocket? That's real Lamar Jackson like, bruh. I'm telling you, it get electric with them legs. And I was praying to God I did not fumble the ball. I cannot lie. If that would have happened, it would have been heartbreaking. But I was able to rush in for the final touchdown of the game, the final touchdown of my high school career. And we will walk away with the dub, man. And I ended up securing that offer from Notre Dame. And this kind of did change a lot of things. Now, my top 3 schools, they had all officially offered me. Then the day finally came. The biggest day of my life, man. Signing day. I get to pick the school I'm going to start my college career at. And hopefully end it at. And trust me, they getting the dog. Best believe. As you can see, my choice ended up being Notre Dame. And coming into that school, going through the first walkout, seeing that play like a champion today sign, I really thought to myself, I'm going to have an impact on this university. As an athlete fresh out of high school, man, you could think nothing but the best. And while I was about to run on that field, I had high hopes. The energy was in the building, but little did I know, my career was about to take a turn for the worst. Now, don't get me wrong. This was still an elite level team, and we was winning games. But that wasn't the issue in this story. You see, I was going crazy in practice. I was actually doing better than I thought I would. I was able to be elusive out of the pocket and somehow create plays in the backfield, something crazy. But all that showing off in practice didn't really give me nothing. I was promised a chance to start right off the bat, and I didn't get that. And at the end of the season, I ended up testing my luck after not getting any playing time at all my freshman year, and I transferred to Alabama. And I know what y'all thinking. Oh man, he in Bama now, he probably about to go crazy. Well, it's actually a tricky situation with that as well. From the moment I stepped foot on campus, I already had issues. You see, the head coach promised me a starting role, QB1, but they ended up getting a transfer from Nebraska, and I had to take a back seat. So at this point, I had to make a decision. Now, I could wait until the season was over and stay at Bama and test my luck, but I didn't really trust the coaches. Plus, he was kind of getting on my head all season for no reason, so I decided to transfer, and I landed at a 2-star program in the Big Ten as well. A good conference, but a football program that needs a lot of work. But they were showing love after I transferred from Notre Dame, and they were still showing love when I had the opportunity after leaving Bama, so I figured why not give it a shot. And this could either go really good or really bad. But all I know is, after 2 seasons, I was finally about to play my first collegiate game. That was long overdue. And I can't cap. The Minnesota Arena, they was turned. And it's crazy to say, but this is my 3rd different run out with my 3rd different team. It may not be a good look on my part, but I had to do what was best for my career. So now we here, and we gonna look to dominate. First play of the game, I'm getting out the pocket, and I'm getting them yards fairly easy. Believe it or not, there was a lot of hype surrounding this game. Mind you, I was somebody that a lot of people was looking for straight out of high school. And for a moment, everybody had wrote me off. But you see me in this game, man, I'm getting a touchdown right off the bat. And I would say we picking up right where we left off, but I ain't played the game in 2 years, so it's a brand new start. I feel like this was the perfect game against the perfect team to test my skills and really see where I'm sitting at. Because while I was at those 5-star programs, I was still able to practice and work on my game. The coaching situation just ain't work out. And for the most part, it seems like I kept getting better and better every season. But now it's time for me to actually showcase it and for my stats to be recorded. Now on this drive, we weren't able to punch it in. But hey, I'm still rusty. I gotta get used to things. Now this team has a lot of room for improvement. A mediocre offensive line, the receivers ain't all that. The best part about our offense is the running back. And I ended up finding him on a deep connection right here and getting my second touchdown of the game. We here, we ready. Hey, it's time to turn up. The 1-2 punch with me and the running back off of different options is going to be the way we win a lot of games. And I can tell that from the first game of the season. And man, I see the speed still there as I was getting out the pocket, scrambling, getting a huge rush. At this point, I had over 200 passing yards and I was approaching 100 rushing yards. What a way to start off the season as I get in the end zone for the tutty. Come on, man. I ain't had a touchdown since high school. Best believe I was lit. And the fans was embracing me. But 24-0, we had to keep it going. This is not really a good opponent, but we need to get some type of momentum. Because if we go out there the next game and we not ready, we can get ran out the building. And that's not the look I'm trying to give these Minnesota fans right off the bat. As the game went on, we continued to move the ball down the field. And I honestly think we should have won this mug by 50, but it was just a couple of miscues that we needed to work on. And of course, I get it. I'm a new quarterback and this new offense, I ain't got no chemistry with none of these dudes yet. But hey, it's something we gonna work on over time. And eventually, I'm gonna make this team elite. Trust and believe. Y'all heard it here first. 27-0, we in the red zone again. And just like that, I got another passing touchdown. And it will be my 4th touchdown of the game. Fairly having a good day. I still want to be better though. That's the thing about me. I want to be a perfectionist at the college level because my end goal is to make it to the league, and right now my story ain't looking so hot. And then the 5th touchdown came my way, and now I was satisfied with my performance. But you know we was gonna take the dub. This was a freebie game. 327 yards, 5 touchdowns. Gotta be a little more accurate and complete some more of my passes. But next up, we got Bowling Green. And I don't even go bowling like that, so you know we finna come in here and smoke these boys. Now we get to see what my skills look like against a legitimate opponent. Let's go, I'm ready. Starting off the game, we was making some things happen. Moving down the field. My receivers was showing up so far. But who wasn't showing up was my offensive line. I'm trying to tell you, sometimes them boys would do their thing. But in some situations, man, they fold like a lawn chair and I'd be cooked. Scrambling out the pocket, trying to find somewhere to go, end up shaking my defender out of his cleats and got in the end zone for another tutty. Grit it, grit it, grit it, grit it. Hey, what Biggie Smalls say? If you don't know, now you know, my boy. I had to show, bro. It still get elusive around these ways, even in the backfield. Just add that mug to the highlight reel, man. But I can say my completion percentage was a lot better this game. I can't have that mug at 56 the whole season. Scrambling out the pocket once again, shaking another defender. I'm just adding these clips to my mixtape. And our running back was getting some work in. As we coming down to the end of halftime, we trying to punch it in one more time. And we still making the right reads, getting down that field. Fairly easy. I wasn't really worried about this team moving down the field. I was more so worried about us capitalizing and we get in the scoring position. I'm already knowing once we get in the conference play, that could be the one big thing that derails this team. So we got to fix that now. Second half, the edge rushers were starting to get back there, man. I told y'all my O-line be folding sometimes. And once again, once we got in scoring position, we could not capitalize. Sometimes you could blame it on the receiver dropping the pass, or sometimes you could blame it on me. I got to do a better job, always. Like I said earlier, I'm a perfectionist, and I'm the leader of this team. I got to keep it a bean. I was feeling good this game, but it was still in the back of my mind that I got to knock a lot of rust off. I honestly think I won't hit my peak until about mid-season. And like going to Shorty crib at 11 p.m., that's the perfect time to hit it if you ask me. But listen, we still scrambling out the pocket and making things happen, but not on this play. They came in the backfield and got me so quick I couldn't even blink. Sometimes I felt like I was running for my life. still breaking tackles, still moving down the field, trying to punch in another score, man. And off the misdirection pass, hey, we got that completion and got into the end zone once again. I know that mug had Buddy confused. And it took me a minute to peep that all my teammates was hitting the same dance. Hey, I was not familiar with the trend, but maybe next time I run in the end zone, I'll give it a shot, man. After one more explosive play, we was gonna get that dub and we was on to the next. Starting off the season 2-0, we gotta keep it going. And next up, we had California. Let me welcome everybody to the Wild Wild West, cause this game might get wild. We brought out the all black unis. I'm trying to go crazy today. All black, let's go do a hit. Hoodie on, they like, who is that? Right back in the red zone though, we was not able to punch it in once again. I'm telling y'all, that is one of the biggest struggles that we got as a team. Moving out that pocket, oh my goodness, where is he going? Moving down the field, got us to the 50. And now we just gotta capitalize, bro. But one play at a time, 1 yard at a time, one drive at a time. I felt like this team was getting better. I ain't gonna say it was all because of me, but we was finally starting to click. 3 games in, hey, I thought it would be way worse than this. I think it's important to mention that last season, this team only had 4 wins. Yeah, we got a lot of work to do, bro, but on the bright side, we already got 2 wins, so we halfway there. On the bad side, I threw my first pick of the season, and it was a pretty goofy one at that. But it's cool though, I'm looking to get my get back. Plus, they didn't score off the INT, so we gravy. But right after that, we scored and got 7 more on the board. Hey. I don't know what they call that dance, but I gotta learn how to do it, bro. Man, can y'all protect me, please? Good Lord. That boy didn't even get touched on the way to the backfield. But the next play, we got a huge completion and we was right back in that red zone once again. We moving, we working. I got a sneaky link that can't read, but this was an amazing read on the way to the end zone for a tutty. Gritty. You know what's going on, man. Hey, the crowd was saying it with me. Could have had another touchdown, but on this play, like foil in the microwave, I got blew up. It's all good though. 23-3, we was gonna take this dub over Cal and we moving on. Now we going against the Rutgers. No stadium pulse at all. Why is y'all boys so quiet? I remember thinking to myself while I was on the field, man, these boys ain't got no energy. But watch they still come out here and light us up. And on the first drive, they was getting in the backfield. They wasn't lighting us up. I was trying to scramble to make something happen, but unfortunately I got sacked. And that has happened a lot this season. And it's early on. I'm gonna need my O-line to step it up just a tad bit, man. Give me 1 more second, maybe 2 more seconds, and I can make something happen. Rolling out the pocket, them boys is up 10-0. What did I just tell y'all? Just cause they don't got no energy, that don't mean nothing. And now we gotta climb out of this predicament we done put ourselves in. And let me tell you, we was struggling. But like I said a few games ago, 1 play at a time, 1 drive at a time, we gonna make it happen. Whether it's a short completion or a deep completion, we gonna get down that field. I'm gonna make sure it happen. 4th and 2, I'm running for my life, man. But before I went out of bounds, I was able to get a completion on the run. 1st and 10, I was dropping back and I was able to make another completion. Now we back in the red zone. We gotta finish. We need a big touchdown. And right on time, my running back came through. You see, y'all ain't believe me when I was talking about that 1-2 punch. And that 1-2 punch is working right now. But we still down though. And it didn't help that them boys put some more points on the board. And this hole just keep getting bigger and bigger. But we gonna make it through, trust. We in the 3rd quarter, got a lot of time left. We just gotta keep balling. And our running back was starting to catch some fire, so we need to keep going off of that momentum and score another touchdown. Making a short completion, getting closer and closer, but we gotta finish, man. That's our biggest problem. And once again, I hand the ball off, and we put 6 more points on the board, man. Huge play, huge touchdown. I'm over 100 passing yards, and we got plenty of time left. We gotta keep it going. We need at least a field goal. Goodness gracious, drop both of them boys As I scrambled out the pocket, got the first down, man. You know what I do. We got a good chance to go 4-0 right here, and that would be huge for this program. After only getting 4 wins last year, to start off with 4, no losses, hey, that's got to be something in Minnesota history, or at least in recent history. Once again, we in the red zone. Running back tried to hurdle and got his ass suplexed. But it's cool, man. We got the scoop and score from the lineman, and we would be 4-0 to start the season. Listen, if we keep this up, maybe one day we'll be a ranked team. I don't know. But either way, we got to keep it moving. Next up, we had Nebraska, the Cornhuskers. I don't eat corn like that, so let's go get this dub. And on top of that, this is the first game where we brought out the all maroon jerseys. Goodness gracious, can y'all check on that man cleats? I ain't tied tight enough. Trying to tell y'all, I get shifty around these ways. I'm with the shifts. Hey, somebody better get the message out. 3rd and 10, let's get it. Give me the rock. Too fast, they can't catch me. I'm too fast, LeBro. The 50, the 40, the 30, the 20, the 10. Tutty! Gritty, 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 gritty. Man, did y'all see the speed? I can't lie, that might be the longest rush of my career. Had the crowd going crazy, and we took the lead back. Nebraska, I told y'all, I don't be eating corn like that. You boys is in trouble. Getting another first down scrambling, racking up them yards. But sadly, them boys put another touchdown on the board, so we got to come back and do the same thing. I don't know why, but after that huge run, it felt like that was just a slap in the face to them boys. Because they was not playing with us after that. 4th and forever. With 47 seconds left to go, we couldn't capitalize, man, and that would be our first loss of the season, bro. But it's all right, though. We got to keep flowing, keep going. And next up, we got Iowa. And this is a must-win. In the locker room before the game, I was already thinking, we having a good start, but we can't let that one loss put us on a losing streak. So we need to come out here and show Iowa what's up. 5-1, that'd be great. I forgot to tell y'all, our running back X went to Iowa, so he was definitely turned up this game, as you can see on that play. I'm with it, man. Let's get negative. We gonna need all of that. Scrambling out the pocket once again, looking like a locomotive, and got the first down. We moving. We move. Let's keep moving. Let's keep going. Let's keep flowing. 7-3. We need some scoring. And when in doubt, call on number 3. We gonna keep racking up them yards for sure. Now, don't tell my coach, but I may or may not have been hella gassed this game. We ain't got to talk about that, though. But hey, listen, for breakfast, how do y'all like y'all eggs? Me personally, I prefer them scrambled, as I got us right back in scoring position off of the scramble. 19 seconds left. You need to punch it in. No, I ain't talking about a studio. And I ran it in and got another 6 points on the board, man. Had to point to the crowd, let them know, hey, we here. We ain't going nowhere. We ain't worried about no Iowa. 10-7. We got the lead finally. We just need to keep it. And there's no better way to do that than going back to the bread and butter. And honestly, at this point in the season, I was thinking to myself, I gotta be at around 500 rushing yards. It at least feel like it. As you can see on this play, I'm switching up my tight end route. I'm telling them, hey, run that zig, bro. They can't hold you. And then next thing you know, he was in the end zone. Come on, man. Y'all gotta listen to me. Y'all gotta trust me, bro. I know what I'm doing, bro. I'm the leader of this team for a reason. I'm gonna get us there. Handing it off to the running back. He's still eating. 14-17. All I'm worried about is finishing this mug, bro. But I ended up giving up a costly sack we did not need. And of course, Iowa would come down and put some more points on the board. So this ain't even 2-minute drill. This is like 20-second drill. And with 7 seconds left, hey, we was running an all go. I had to switch up one of my receivers' routes and throw up a prayer. Boom! Tutty! Come on, man. In the clutch, we gonna come through. And they called pass interference on top of that. I can't hold you. As soon as the football left my hand, listen, my heart was racing. I didn't know what was about to happen, but I tried to give him the most accurate throw possible. And my receiver did the rest. He came down with it. And what a win. But unfortunately, we had to go up against ranked Oregon next. Yep. It's a Big Ten conference matchup, but like I said, them boys is ranked and Oregon is Oregon. I'm gonna come out here and try to get mines though. Don't get me wrong, but I gotta be realistic here. I wasn't expecting to win this game at all, and I was running for my life, good lord. And I already knew halfway through the first quarter, my O-line was gonna be chopped cheese all day. I was cooked, fried, baked, whatever you wanna say, I was that. I mean, I don't know how many times I got sacked this game. I couldn't get nothing going. I couldn't even get through all my reads. Almost halftime, back against the wall in the end zone, we was able to make a deep completion, and honestly, I have no idea how. Got us in the field goal range though. Trying to make something else happen, but threw up another prayer, but this one did not get answered. Worst case scenario, man, I just wanted to score. We didn't even necessarily have to win this game. I just did not want a donut when the clock hit 0. I mean, it's easy to see that this is clearly a mismatch. We do not have the offensive firepower or offensive line to deal with this team. I was still trying to make things happen though, bro. Running here, running there, shit, running everywhere. But I seen one of my receivers had a linebacker covering him, and I was like, brother, is you good? Bon voyage, man. Another passing touchdown added to my season total. We still ain't about to win this game, though. I mean, the crowd can get as hype as possible, but hey, I ain't gonna be a Debbie Downer. There was a little bit of hope, but I mean, after seeing my receiver drop this wide open pass, I said, yeah, bro, get me off the field. Just get me off, bro. I'm done. 13-7, we took a L. It wasn't horrible, but it was horrible for me. I mean, I was getting lit up. And on top of that, we had Ohio State up next, bro. What scheduling is this? The back-to-back games is crazy. We got to go against ranked Oregon, then we got to go against ranked Ohio State. I'll be real though, coach was giving a motivational speech in the locker room before we ran out. And honestly, I wasn't listening to none of that, bro. I knew we was cooked. You could try to motivate us all you want. I knew we was cooked. And you know I'm going to get them scrambles in. Got us in the red zone. Can we possibly score? Can we possibly take the lead? We did not come this far just to come this far. We in Ohio. And if Alexa Bliss in the crowd, I'm going to switch my mindset and perform automatically. But we got 6 points on the board, man, but it didn't mean nothing. On the bright side, though, 2-star football program, we just faced 2 ranked teams, and it was a 1-score game in each of them. So, hey, it's always some light at the end of the tunnel, and I guess that was ours. But man, we up to 3 L's on the season. But let's get this win against Michigan State. Get back in the win column. Wow. What a throw. What a catch. What a touchdown. We started off the game right. Hey, we struck first. We should have seen them fans in the crowd, bro. They was calling me everything in the book. It's only my 3rd day out here. I don't know why y'all tripping. I will say though, as we was approaching the ending point of the season, I felt like this was a great first season for me. I had a decent amount of rush yards, a decent amount of passing yards, and a lot of room to improve. Now, this wasn't no Heisman caliber type of season, but you got to remember, I ain't played yet. But for the first one, I think it was pretty decent. Somebody check on Buddy. I mean, even record-wise, this is way better than the previous season this program has had. And to be real, this might be a long process. I done moved around a lot of schools, but I could see with this one, we got some potential. I will say, of course, I need to get a little bit better, but we also could bring in a few pieces that could help. What a throw on that comeback route, man. I'm not no slouch, bro. I'm trying to tell y'all, even though I transferred twice, them schools ain't know what they was missing, man. I could have been doing this at Notre Dame. I could have been doing this at Bama. But right now, I'm doing it in the Big Ten, so whether they looking or not, it don't even matter. I'm trying to make a name for myself. We got to get to the league. Even though we had a crazy game-ending touchdown against Iowa, this was probably the craziest game of the season. I mean, we basically went into double overtime. I can't even say both of these teams was evenly matched because it felt like we should have won this game fairly convincingly. But listen, 28 up off the read option, I'ma get us there, man. You know it get dangerous off of that. Next play, I'm rolling. Throwing on the move, we ended up getting another touchdown to give us the lead, and eventually it will give us the win, man. Come on, Michigan State, stop playing. We came out there, we conquered, we did what we had to do and chalk up another win to our record. I can't even describe to y'all how turned the locker room was after that. 4 touchdowns on the day, 200 passing yards, fairly decent performance. We got to keep going though. UCLA up next. Hey, you know why I'm here. You know why I'm here. If you know, you know. I don't even got to say nothing, man. I don't got to say too much at all. But they was definitely in attendance. And I was here for it. The real question is, am I leaving with one? Listen, you got to find out on the next episode of Dragon Ball Me. 10-0. Adrenaline rushing. Ain't doing no cussing, and it ain't no discussion. This is one of them games where I could tell on the field, a lot of my teammates was kind of gassed. Was I a little concerned? Of course. We still have some games left to play. I don't need nobody gassed right now. But that's how it be when you a college athlete, man. When it get to that nitty gritty, when clutch time come around, you gotta make sure you taking care of your body, bruh. Because if you don't, not only are you gonna let your coaches down, you gonna let yourself down, I'm telling you. Gotta make sure you stay in shape and keep your body right. I would say stay away from the women, but I don't even do that, and I'm not finna give y'all cap and false information. But listen to the good stuff I said. Another end zone trip, UCLA. Fight back, man, come on. Trying to have a good game. But we went to LA and got the dub. Next up, we was in Maryland. Where Angel Reese at? I got something I gotta say real quick. But let me focus on winning this game first, and then we'll get to that. Them boys scored early, man. We got punched first. We needed to respond. I was really moving like the ankle bully this season. I'm trying to tell y'all, almost every single game, I ended up catching somebody slipping. My highlight tape after this is gonna be something crazy. I ain't even done with my career yet. By the time I am, I'm trying to have one of them legendary ones. Moving crazy, getting the first down, another option play. I know these boys can't guard. I'm out of there. I'm out of there. There's nowhere to hide. When love is calling your name, waiting from the die. Nowhere to hide, baby. Hey, man, I don't know if Maryland was ready for that. I don't know if they was ready at all. We got multiple rushing TDs this season, and we still trying to go crazy with the option play. I'm looking to shake a defender. I can't do it though, man. Them boys starting to key in on my tendencies. But what they forget about, hey man, sometimes some things is bound to happen. Caught another pair of ankles. Come on, we do this. Off the play action, I'm rolling out. You basically already know what I'm doing at this point. Rushing, getting us down the field, man. I'm racking up them rushing yards like crazy, bro. This is one of them Lamar Jackson type of games. Full speed ahead, another tutty. Do it left, do it right, do it left, do it right. Come on, man. I got all that in the bag. 24-7, this game is basically over, but why not put the cherry on top with another passing touchdown, bro? That's my 4th of the day. That was my 4th of the game. And just like that, we got that dub against Maryland. And now, for the last regular season game, we in Wisconsin with it. It's hella cold. I remember this day I had to bust out the long sleeves. Man, it felt like negative 25 degrees outside. You could set a milk carton down and turn that thing into ice cream, bruh. Anyway, back to the game though. Early on, scoreless. Next play, we running that option. Us! Come on, man. The ankle bully is in full effect. Stop trying to guard me on that. You can't guard. But unfortunately, we wasn't able to punch it in. I've been preaching this all season. Once we get that close to the end zone, we have to score, bro. We got to work on our red zone offense. But it ended up ending in a field goal. So at least we got points on the board. I'm scrambling out the pocket. I'm trying to get to the end zone, and I do for another tutty. Hey. Come on now, man. Wisconsin, we came to play. I don't know what y'all thought. No, I do know what they thought because they came right back down and scored. But it's cool, man. We approaching halftime. We need to get some points on the board. I got us in field goal range. I'm telling y'all, whenever you need help, just call 3. Call me. You know what's going on. Scrambling again. Looking back on it, I probably should have dove, but in that situation, I was just thinking I need to protect the ball, even if I don't get the score, man. I can't cap. I tried to get a viral clip by pointing at a defender and then juking him, but it ain't work out. Maybe one day next season I'll be able to get it, but I remember going back to the sideline like, bro, that could have been the play of all time. Them boys was chasing after me like I hit that girl or something. Hey man, listen, you worried about the wrong things. You need to be focused on this game, because we just got yet another trip to the end zone, put 6 more points on the board. In this game, ladies and gentlemen, it is over. Finishing the season off with only 3 losses and we was ranked? I think it's fair to say we had a good year. Now, I got a decision to make. I had some decent stats for this year, but do I keep building with this program or do I transfer? Once again, y'all gotta let me know.